This is pre-calculus on-ramps, graphing transformations of sine and cosine function. And I'm going to show you how to do this in just 1 second. So what I want to find first, what I want to find when I'm graphing these, I want to find the midline, the high point, the low point, and then when I find the start, the end, and then the halfway mark, the 1/4 mark, and the 3/4 marks. And these questions, this one also, asks to do this for 2 complete cycles. So I'm going to do this again. I'll find the second end, and I'll find the halfway point between those two, the 3/4 point between those two, and the 1/4 point between those two. So that's what I want to do. So how do I find all these things? Well, remember, it's if y equals a times trig, means sine, cosine, whatever, tangent, b times x minus c plus d. D is the vertical shift up and down with sine, c is the horizontal shift left and right, b is the change in period, and a is the amplitude. So the first thing I want to do is find the high, medium, low. I'll use this, the d, the number, to find the high, medium, low. In this case, it's 4. The normal midline is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. And then this shows how far up and down it goes from the midline. So 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 minus 3 is 1. So the high is going to be 7, middle 4, low 1. Now let me find the period. Was it originally pi over 6? The period is going to be 2 pi divided by b. So this is 2 pi divided by pi over 6, which is 2 pi times the reciprocal of that, 6 over pi. And the pi's cancel. 2 times 6 is 12. So where does this thing start? It's opposite sine. So usually sine starts at 0. This one's going to start at 2. So it's going to start at 2. The period is 12, so at the end it's going to be 12 more than that, which is 14. And the end of this one is going to be 12 more than that, which is 26. And now you have to know what sine does. Sine starts at the midline. At the 1/4 point goes to the max, then back down to the midline, then to the minimum, then back to the midline. That's what sine looks like. So you have to know that. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not sine. Did I do something wrong here? No, sine are the next ones. This is cosine. Why didn't you tell me? So cosine starts at the high, goes to the mid, down to the low, back to the mid, and back to the high. That's what cosine looks like in one cycle. So I have to do that here at the 1/4 mark through. So it goes 2 to 14. What's the halfway between 2 and 14? 14 plus 2 is 16, divided by 2 is 8. Halfway between 8 and 14, 8 plus 14 is 22, divided by 2 is 11, and 8 plus 2 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So I found those. I'll just do the first cycle first, and then I'll do the second cycle after that. So remember, it starts at the high, and this is plus 3 cosine, so it starts at the high, which is 7. Goes down to the mid, 4, then down to the low, 1, back to the mid, 4, and back to the high. So that's what it's going to look like there. And then this is 14 and 26 is 40. The halfway mark is 20. Between 20 and 26, it's 46. Divided by 2 is 23. And between 14 and 20, it's 34. Divided by 2 is 17. And then again, it's going to go from the high to the mid, to the low, to the mid, to the high. I'm not going to draw it. You're going to have to draw it on test day, but I will use Desmos to show the function, and then I will show that it goes to those points. So 4 plus 3 cosine pi over 6 times x minus 2. And I will put in the high point, y equals 7, just so I can see it on the graph there. Y equals 4, that's the midline. Y equals 1, and that's the low point. And so it starts at the high, so at 2 it's at 7, sure enough. And then at 5 it's at 4, and then at 8 it's at 1, and then it's 11 it's at 4, and then 14 it's at 7. And then 17 it should be at 4, and then 20 it's at 1, and 23 it's at 4, and the second cycle is complete. 26 is at 7. So I found the midline, and then the high and the low. I find out where it starts by looking at the C. I use the D to find the midline. I use the A to find the high and low, add it and subtract it from the midline. And then I use that B, 2 pi divided by B is going to give me the period. And then I can set up my beginning, end, halfway, 1/4, 3/4. That's all there is to it. Now I'll do another example when it's minus 3 cosine. So this one is going to be the start and end, halfway, and then 1/4, 3/4, and I'll do that one more time when I actually set this up. But here it's going to be at the low, the medium, the upper. I'll put U instead of high, and then the medium and the low, because this one is inverse cosine. Or not inverse cosine, minus cosine. So if I do minus cosine x, you see how this one starts at the low. Then at the 1/4 goes mid, and then at the 1/2 goes high, and then the 3/4 mid, and the end goes low again. So let me find the medium, upper, lower. This is +1 is the D, so the medium is 1, and that goes 3 above and 3 below, 4 and -2. Okay, now I have to find the period. It's going to be 2 pi over 3, 2 pi divided by pi over 3, which is equal to 2 pi times 3 over pi. The pi's cancel, and 6. And then it's shifted to the right 0.5. So instead of starting at 0, it's going to start at 0.5. So it's going to go, I'm not going to be able to fit my, well, I'll put my, no, I want to put my second thing there, so I will just move this over. Oh, they're going to make it hard. Okay, I can't move that whole 4 over, but I'll move most of it. Let me put it over here. And then I could put the end over there, the 1/2 between those two, the 1/4 between those two, and the 3/4 between those two. Because that's going to be the second one. And so again, it's going to go low, mid, upper, mid, low. Okay, and what is the mid? The low is -2. The mid, I'll put in those values in a second. I guess I should have done those first, but that's okay. I'll find the value of the function first. -2, 1, 4, 1, -2, 1, 4, 1, -2. And what are these values? Well, the start is at 0.5. The end of the first cycle is at 6.5. And then between those, 6.5 plus 5.7 is 7, so it's 3.5. Add them and divide by 2. 6.5 plus 3.5 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. 3.5 plus 0.5 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. And then I go from 6.5 and 6 after that, which is 12. 6.5 plus 6 is 12.5. And then halfway between those is 18, 19, which is 9.5. And then halfway between those, 9.5 plus 12.5. It's supposed to be 12. Let me fix it. Can I make this any thinner? Thinner. I want this to be 12.5. Delete 12.5. 12.5. Okay, 12.5 plus 9.5 is 21, 22, so the midline is 11. And between 9.5 and 6.5, 15, 16, it's 8. So there I have it, all my values, and now you can just graph them. And I will put the graph in Desmos just so I can make sure that this is right. So I'm going to put 1 minus 3 cosine, 1 minus 3 cosine, pi over 3 times x minus 0.5. And I will put my high point, which is, or upper, which is 4, y equals 4, midline, y equals 1, and low, y equals minus 2. And you shall see now that at 0.5, it's at minus 2, and then at 2, it's at 1, and 3.5, it's at 4, and 5, it's at 1, and then 5, wait a minute, 5, it's at 1, and then 6.5, it's at minus 2, at 8, where's 8? 8, it's at 1, 9.5, it's at 4, yes, and then 11, it's at 1, and 12.5, it's at minus 2 again. And that's it. That's 2 cycles of cosine. All right, let's do the same for sine. On these, you can draw the graphs. I'm not going to later prove it on Desmos. So I'm not going to draw the, quote-unquote, draw the graphs on these. I'll just find the values. All right, negative 4 plus 5 sine 2/3 x plus x over 2. So when the b does not contain a pi, then the numbers are going to be all values with pi in them, the halfway and end and so forth. All right, minus 4, so I'm going to go 0 minus 4 is minus 4, and then 5 up is 1, and 5 down is minus 9. And then I'm going to do the period, which equals 2 pi over 2/3, which is 2 pi times 3/2 times the reciprocal. And let's see, the 2's cancel out, so that's going to be 3 pi. And this one starts at pi over 2. So it's going to go pi over 2. I guess I can do this simpler and just put a little mark. This is pi over 2, and it ends at 3 pi. And now this is, 3 pi is 6 pi over 2, so this is 7 pi over 2, 7 pi, that's not enough room. Let me zoom in a little bit, put 3 pi over here. I gotta have enough room to write it. So 3 pi is 6 pi over 2 plus pi over 2 is 7 pi over 2 divided by 2. 7 pi over 4 is the midline. And I'll show you how sine, well, here's how sine goes. Remember, sine starts at the midline. At the 1/4 mark goes up to the top. At the half mark back down to the midline. At the 3/4 line down to the bottom. And then at the end, back to the midline. So sine looks like that. All right, and I'll do the second one. Pi over 2. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Oh, why didn't you tell me this when I started? Remember, it's 3 pi from pi over 2. So 3 pi is 6 pi over 2 plus pi over 2 is 7 pi over 2. Okay, and now 7 pi over 2 plus pi over 2 is 8 pi over 2. So halfway between that is 8 pi over 4 or 2 pi. Let me double check. 4 pi. 8 pi over 2, 8 pi over 4 is 2 pi. 7 pi over 2 plus pi over 2 is 8 pi over 2. It's 2 pi. Yeah, it's 2 pi is the midline. I'm just double checking, make sure. 2 pi. 7 pi over 2 plus pi over 2 is 8 pi over 2. Divided by 2 is 8 pi over 4, which is 2 pi. And then halfway between 7 pi over 2 and 2 pi is 4 pi over 2. So that's, 11 pi over 2, which is 11 pi over 4. And then halfway between 2 pi and pi over 2, 2 pi is equal to 4 pi over 2. That's 2 pi. 4 pi over 2, and pi over 2 is 5 pi over 2, so this is 5 pi over 4. I guess I better show this on Desmos to show that this works. And then I'll do the next cycle in a second. So at pi over 2, it's at the midline. And then it's going to go up to the max, down to the midline, down to the min, back to the midline. Okay, now I got to go 3 pi plus 7 pi over 2, and 3 pi is 6 pi over 2 plus 7 pi over 2 is 13 pi over 2. And then between 13 pi over 2 and 7 pi over 2 is 20 pi over 2. Divided by 2 is 25 over 4, so that's 5 pi. I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. 20 pi over 4 is 5 pi, which is 10 pi over 2. That's 23 pi over 4. And then 5 pi is 10 pi over 2 plus 17 pi over 2. Plus 7 pi over 2 is 17 pi over 2. Divided by 2 is 17 pi over 4. Okay, so again, it goes midline, high, midline, low, midline. And I guess I better graph it just to show that that is correct. I said I wasn't going to, but now I'm going to. -4 plus 5 sine 2/3 times x plus pi over 2. And I'm going to put in, what did I do here? Oh, that's -4. Okay. Y equals 1. I thought it was y equals 4. I did something wrong there. Y equals -4. And then y equals -9. And so you can see. All right, so where does it start? It starts at the midline at pi over 2. Let's double check it. Why have I started at the midline? -4 plus 5. Something is amiss here. Let's double check it. I start at the midline. All right, let's see. As you starts at 0, it should start at pi over 2. And it should start at the midline. Oh, at -4 at pi over 2. What is the problem here? Sine starts at the midline at 0. This should start at the midline at pi over 2. Oh, it's plus pi over 2. Why didn't you tell me? All of that work for nada. Hold on, we will fix it now. It starts at -pi over 2. Negative pi over 2. And then it goes 3 pi from there. So that's 6 pi over 2. So it goes to 5 pi over 2. 6 pi over 2, 3 pi, which equal to 6 pi over 2, plus -pi over 2 is 5 pi over 2. All right, now halfway between them, 5 pi over 2 minus pi over 2 is 4 pi over 2. Divided by 2 is 4 pi over 4 is pi. And let me see if that came out right. The halfway mark should... It starts at the midline. It goes to the max at pi over 4. Well, let's see. Pi over 2, pi minus pi over 2, that's 2 pi over 2 is 1 pi over 2 pi over 2, so that's pi over 4. Yes. And then pi, which is 2 pi over 2 plus 5 pi over 2 is 7 pi over 4. And now it should start at the midline, up, midline, low, midline. Okay, I'll do the rest in a second. So -pi over 2, it's at the midline, pi over 4, and then at pi, I did the shift the wrong direction. It's opposite of sine. And then 7 pi over 4, that should be a 7 pi over 4, and no one corrected me. It's at the low, and then it's back there at 5 pi over 2. Very good. All right, now I add 3 pi to 5 pi over 2, which is 6 pi, 11 pi over 2. So then it's 11 pi over 2. And halfway between those is 16 pi over 2, which is 8 pi. So between those is 4 pi. And then 11 pi over 2, 16 pi over 2, 8 pi. You could also write that as 8 pi over 2. And then that's 19 pi over 2. So that's 19. I just add them and divide. 19 pi over 4. And then this is 8 pi over 2 plus 5 pi over 2 is 13 pi over 2. So 13 pi over 4. And that's going to go medium, high, medium, low, medium. Okay, and let me double check it. At 5 pi over 2, it's at the medium. And then it goes high at 13 pi over 4. And then it goes medium again at 4 pi, low at 19 pi over 4, and then medium again at 11 pi over 2. So that's it. Whenever you want to find halfway between, add the two values, divide by 2. So that's it. That's what the graph would look like. All right, let me do the last one. And this one, hopefully I won't make a mistake. But see, you can recover from mistakes if you write your work. So this one is minus 2 signs. So remember, this one is going to start at the, why isn't this writing? It's going to start at the medium. It's going to go to the low, medium, high, medium, low, medium. So it goes medium, low, medium, medium, low, medium, high, medium, low, medium, high, medium. I just had to see how many cycles or how far I had to go. All right, this time I'm not going to get it wrong. The midline is at 0 plus 3, which is 3, and then it goes 2 up and 2 down, so it goes to 5, and it goes to 1. And I haven't left room to put the values in. Now I have. So the start of this is going to be minus pi over 6. I have to find the period. The period equals. Now notice this, I have 2x. Oh, I don't have the shift yet because I have to factor out that 2. Because this is, remember, it's b times x minus c. This is bx plus pi over 6. So I have to factor out that 2. So if I factor out 2, I'm going to get 2 times x plus. Now I divide that by 2. This is pi over 12. So the shift is minus pi over 12. So it's going to start at minus pi over 12. And now I've got 2, so it's going to be 2 pi over 2 is the period, which is pi. So pi plus pi over 12, pi is the same as 12 pi over 12. I do that because I have to add with common denominators. 12 pi over 12 minus pi over 12 is 11 pi over 12. So I have to find the halfway mark. 10 pi over 12, this is 5 pi over 12. And then halfway between those is 16. Wait a minute, I didn't do that right. 11 pi over 12 minus pi over 12 is 10 pi over 12. And half the, yeah, no, that's right, 5 pi over 12. I did it right, 5 pi over 12. And then 5 and 11 is 16 pi over 12. So this is 8. Half of 16 is 8 pi over 12, which is the same as 4 pi over 6 or 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3. And then halfway between 5 pi over 12 and negative pi over 12, add them is 4 pi over 12. So I get 2 pi over 12 or pi over 6. Am I sure of this one? 16 pi over 12 is 8 pi over 12. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 2 pi over 3. Okay, that's right. I'll do the second one in a second. Oh, I've already got it. Okay, and so now I'm going to go. Now remember, this one's going to go down. So it's midline, low, midline, high, midline. So that goes opposite. And then 11 pi over 12 plus 12 pi over 12 is 23 pi over 12. Halfway between those is 34, so 17 pi over 12. Half of 34 is 17 pi over 12. 17 plus 11 is 28 pi over 12. 14 pi over 12. Half of 14 is 7, so this is 7 pi. Half of 12 is 6. 7 pi over 6, I simplified it. And then 17 plus 23 is 40, so that's 20 pi over, half of 40 is 20, so 20 pi over 12. And I can do 20 divided by 4 is 5 pi. 12 divided by 4 is 3, 5 pi over 3. And again, it's going to go low, mid, high, mid. And that's 2. Did I do 2? Low, mid, high, mid. Low, mid, high, mid. Yeah, I did 2. And so let me double check it. 3 minus 2 sine 2x plus pi over 6. Boop. And then I will put y equals 5, y equals 3, y equals 1. And where should I start? Negative pi over 12. It should be at the midline, which is about here. Negative pi over 12. Then it goes to the low at pi over 6. And then it goes back to the mid, 5 pi over 12, 2 pi over 3, and then 11 pi over 12. Okay, that's one cycle. And then I go at 7 pi over 6, 17 pi over 12 back to the midline, 5 pi over 3 is at the high, and back to 23 pi over 12 at the mid. So I've got 1 and then 2 cycles. And that one's because it's minus. So because it's minus, it flips it. And that's it. That's how to do cosine and sine, and I even showed you how to handle a mistake.